Hello and hola everyone. My name is Larry Wolfell. Welcome to the Bacaanda Foundation El Sueño Zapoteco Virtual Festival del Sueño 2021.
And I am Lynn Holdridge. We are members of the festival planning team and invite you to enjoy Festival del Sueño virtually this year because COVID-19 has affected many lives throughout the world, causing changes and adjustments. We hope you enjoy Virtual Festival 2021 and will be able to join us in person in 2022.
The Dream Festival began as an event to inform our community about the Bacaanda El Sueño Zapoteco Foundation and what they do to help the rural communities in Huatulco. This includes building proper schools and providing a better education for their children. You will be hearing from our foundation founders who will tell you about the mission of the Bacaanda Foundation and how it came to be established.
First year, the Dream Festival was done by the seat of our pants, with a few volunteers and very little experience. And now, 5 years later, with the help of over 100 volunteers, the festival has grown to be a wonderful community event with something for everyone. While this year we are not able to have our raffles, food and beverage, or local artisans selling their crafts, we are able to bring you the children. You will see dances the students from the rural schools have prepared for you, and you will hear from some of the donors, sponsors, and volunteers whose support helps the Bacaanda Foundation continue their mission.
Lynn, we have a correction. We are able to bring you a raffle with 2 prizes crafted by artisans at the Foundation Workshop. This is a thank you for watching today. To enter, send an email to bacaanda.raffle@gmail.com with the subject line YouTube Raffle. All emails must be received by midnight Central Standard Time today, February 27th, 2021. The winner will be contacted by email. Items can be shipped to US, Canada, and Mexico. Again, thank you for watching.
Hola, niños y niñas de las escuelas rurales. Soy la maestra Rosalba y estoy trabajando en colaboración con la Miss Meni, que me invitó para participar en el evento de El Sueño Zapoteco.
This year, due to COVID, the 2021 Dream Festival is different, from the preparation of the student shows to the execution of the festival as such. The schools are closed, so the students do not have classes, and each one has had to rehearse their dance at home. Thanks to the help of the video made by the choreographer Rosalba Jimenez, who recorded the explanation and execution in detail, step by step. An hour before the recording of their dance, they were able to meet with their companions and rehearse to be recorded. It is truly an act of love and gratitude what these children have done to continue and enhance the 2021 Dream Festival. Enjoy with enthusiasm each of the dance presentations that they prepared, especially for you.
Viendo a mi pareja.
El Rosario community in Pluma Hidalgo, located an hour and a half from Valles de Huatulco, is a coffee growing area where the coffee gourmet Pluma is produced. The school has a preschool and primary level where 25 students attend. The school has the preschool and primary level where 25 students attend. This school was adopted and built by Ricardo Yanez Villaseñor in November 2017, and to date, he continues to actively support and educate the students. Let's enjoy the Jesucita in Chihuahua polka prepared by the elementary students from El Rosario community.
Hi everyone, I'm Suzanne and I'm here with Britt and Eric and together we're the three founders of the Bacaanda Foundation. And we've had some questions about how we got started, so we thought we'd give you a little history of the foundation. When Britt was thinking of retiring 15 years ago, she came down to Zapoteco and we came with her to take a look at the place and we all fell in love with this area. So together we built a house that we called Casa Bacaanda, and Bacaanda is a word that means dream in the local Zapotec language. And as we got to know the area, we started to think about how we could give back to the community. And some of our thoughts really crystallized one day when we were up in the mountains looking at a coffee plantation, and on the way back, we started to run out of gas. So we had to detour through all sorts of little towns. And we started to see a lot of really substantial need. And that made us think that that would be a good place for us to start. And so in 2017, we became an official nonprofit in the US. And then a year later, we also got our nonprofit status in Mexico as El Sueño Zapoteco. And we used that name because the name Bacaanda was already taken, and so El Sueño Zapoteco means this Zapotec dream. And in the early years, we focused on dental care. We created 2 dental clinics, which we've since given back to the community. And we have also, we did sports programs and we did community programs. But as we did this work, we started to see that our greatest opportunity for impact would be in education. And so we started to look at how we might be able to help the rural schools in these isolated villages.
We should maybe talk a little bit about the special situation of rural schools in Mexico. It's very different from the public schools. The government has a big problem of giving education to all the kids in this country. We are over 130 million people. And if we look at it, we have little villages all over the country, thousands of little villages. And the law says that if there are 5 kids in a village, the Mexican government has to provide the education. That's easier to say than do. When we started to work with the rural system here in Zapoteco, It was like around 122 schools, and they were in 5 different municipalities. And many of them were in very bad situations because the government just cannot keep up with building the schools and feeding the teachers. So this is what the parents have to do. And the parents are most of the time very short, limited when it comes to money. So we had to look at many schools that were in very bad conditions. So even though we don't think that education is building schools, we have to start by doing that. I think that maybe you can talk a little bit of what we have achieved during those 13 years that we've been working very hard on this.
Sure. So as Suzanne and Britt noted, we have been working primarily with rural schools for the last few years. And probably we've done about 30 to 35 projects altogether, but when we say this, we mean not just brand new schools that we built from the ground up, but also in many cases renovations and modernizations of teachers' quarters. In some cases we built sports facilities and other minor projects. But still we've been able to reach families in 35 communities through this work, and we continue working on these projects at a steady pace as our funding allows. In the last couple of years, as we've been working on the schools, we've realized that it's no longer enough to have bricks and mortar facilities for the kids, but that the technology gap is a significant issue that we wanted to address. And so we launched the Intelligent Rural Schools project a couple of years ago. I'll be telling you a little bit more later in the festival about this project, but it's something that is now in its second year, and we've made some great strides. And the other thing that I wanted to talk about as far as the foundation is concerned is that we are a small foundation, but we're very flexible. And so this flexibility allows us to pivot in situations that require it. So for example, this year, obviously with COVID, we realized that the biggest need during the middle of the pandemic was not going to be education per se as much as supply of basic food items. And so with the help of many of our supporters, we launched a food drive during the summer that ended up delivering over 700 food parcels and helped the communities get through the worst of the pandemic. And we're happy to say now that we're back in the communities again and back to doing more school construction and more introduction of technology.
So we hope you will all enjoy our first virtual festival, and we really look forward to seeing you next year when we can all be in person again.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thanks.
The Arroyo Limon community, Santa Maria Huatuco, is a population of 70 inhabitants with basic dwellings and dirt floors, maximum each having 2 rooms. A community in which its adults and young people have not attended school and are mostly illiterate. Today's children have the opportunity to attend the preschool and primary school, remodeled and adopted by Ken and Kathy Urich, who day by day support to improve the conditions of the school and the training of their students. Let's delight ourselves with the Mujeres que se Pintan dance, originally from Yucatan, Mérida, that symbolizes bustle and fun, prepared with great love and enthusiasm by the primary students of Arroyo Limon.
Hello, we're Ken and Kathy Yorick from Stonewall, Manitoba, Canada. My first experience, and looking back, the one that set the hook for me, was getting involved in a work party helping with the construction of the roof at a school being built at Madero. Along with a few friends, we helped the villagers get it done over a few days and came back feeling so rewarded, meeting many of the village workers who to this day still recognize and speak to us if we cross paths. But the biggest reward we all took to heart was the beaming smiles we got from the children, knowing they were soon going to have ready access to a good education. Soon after, we got involved with more work bees on the building or refurbishment of other schools or teachers' living quarters. We painted walls, built playground equipment, bunk beds for the teachers, as well as other furniture for the classrooms or living quarters. In so doing, we have been to many of the remote villages that you can see spanning out on this map. While the road system on the map looks rather straightforward, it can involve mostly narrow, windy, dirt roads high into the mountains. There can be significant drop-offs, narrow bridges, at times driving through shallow rivers, and yet vistas en route that make it so rewarding just to get there.
3 years ago, Ken and I, along with another great couple from California, decided to adopt a school of our own. That opportunity presented itself in the village of Arroyo Limon, where the existing one-room municipal school had been drastically damaged by a very strong earthquake. The damage was to the point where the children were not allowed back in the building due to the risk of the roof collapsing. On our first visit, we found that the children had been relocated just outside the existing building into a tin-walled shelter with dirt floors. In consultation with the foundation, the municipality, the villagers, and ourselves, we elected to rehabilitate the damaged portion, add on a new kindergarten room, add on a new teacher's living quarters, and provided refurbished restrooms and a shower for the teachers. Once completed, the smiles on the children's and teachers' faces said it all. In light of the fact that many vacation dollars won't be spent this year, perhaps you could entertain making a fiscal donation to the Bacaanda Foundation. Funds can easily be sent via check, PayPal, or e-transfer. For further information regarding the method of sending funds, and for that matter, any other information regarding the foundation, visit their website.
In future years, even beyond a fiscal donation, you can help in many ways depending on how your energy and time permits. Through building endeavors, volunteering at the festival, bringing down or purchasing school supplies, and now in support of a new initiative donating used iPads, version 4 or newer. It all helps towards the children achieving a better life opportunity through education. On behalf of the children, thank you.
Do not forget to enter the raffle. Send an email to us at bacaanda.raffle@gmail.com. Bacaanda, BACAANDA.raffle@gmail.com with YouTube raffle as the subject. Derramadero Santa Maria Huatuco is located 50 minutes from Bahías de Huatuco. This community has 210 inhabitants, 25% of whom are illiterate. Today's young people have the opportunity to continue their studies at the secondary level thanks to the support of Fundación Sueño Zapoteco and the godparents, Susan James and Richard Saunders, who were the first godparents in adopting and building the first school. They have greatly supported the construction of 3 classrooms, a room for teachers, bathrooms, providing them with school supplies, computers, internet, English classes, and lots of love for their students. The primary and secondary school girls from Derramadero prepared a dance with much affection and gratitude, Las Chapanecas. The flirty, the colors, the flowers are most representative elements in this dance.
Hi, my name is Deborah Van Hoek, and I'm a Huatuco snowbird from the United States. I've been working with the Bacaanda Foundation out Sueño, Zapoteco since about 2012. This year, virtually, it's a great pleasure for me to introduce our program, Adopt a Rural School, because it is a program that truly makes a difference. By law, every Mexican citizen is entitled to basic education, but it's not easy to actually bring education to the tiny remote villages of rural Oaxaca. This is where the National Council to Promote Education, or CONAFE, comes in. CONAFE provides curriculum and teachers for rural schools, but not the infrastructure. It's up to the village to put up a school and to house and feed the teachers. Beset by poverty and isolation, these tiny villages struggle to get that done. At this point, the Bacaanda Foundation gets involved. We partner with the Huatuco CONAFE district, the village, and the teachers to provide that educational infrastructure. New and remodeled school buildings, teachers' quarters, bathrooms, sports facilities. Through the Adopt a School program, people who love Huatuco can support this effort. The village you choose might have just the simplest shelter for its school, maybe a tin shack with benches and tables. Maybe everything gets washed away in the rainy season. The teachers might be living with different families week by week with no place to work on their lessons. Of course, the most important part of adopting a school is donating funds to build that school or the teachers' quarters or to remodel other buildings. But adopters and their friends and family can get pretty hands-on. We work alongside the parents using eco-friendly, locally sustainable construction techniques and materials as much as we can. When the school is done, it's inaugurated with the adopters as guests of honor. Adopters often maintain their relationship with the village school, working with the children and the teachers, or bringing materials for art or education, sports, and games. So far, the Adopt a School program has provided 23 new and 14 remodeled schools, 19 teachers' quarters with bathrooms, 5 athletic fields, 2 community kitchens, and a teacher training and development center at the CONAFE regional headquarters. Bacaanda's Adopt a School program has changed the lives of many, many children in rural Oaxaca, their teachers, their families, their villages. It can enrich yours as well. To learn more, go to bacaanda.org or email bacaandafoundation@hotmail.com.
students from the Puente de Todos Santos community, Santa Maria Huatuco, school adopted in August 2017 by Janine Mahu and Sean O'Callahan, who month after month provide food for families and day by day help to improve the conditions of the school and the education of the students. With immense joy and gratitude, they dance the traditional dance of the old men of the state of Michoacan, which is characterized by the use of masks of old people and canes, where the dancers ask for a good harvest and for communication with the spirits to forecast the future.
I first met Britt on a Saturday morning at the organic market 6 years ago. She told me about the rural school project and about her idea to have people adopt a school. I was impressed both by Britt and by the opportunity. And I gave her $2,000 on the spot towards the construction of the new school building at Madera that El Sueño Zapoteco had already planned to build. Then I went home and told my wife what I had done.
When Richard came home and told me he had adopted a school, I told him, well, I want to be part of it too. What we both saw as we talked further was that our interest is not in helping people. For one thing, those people don't need our help, and it's an insult to their dignity to suggest that they do. What we are committed to is providing education for the young people in Madera. Almost 200 people have seen something for themselves in that idea and have contributed to the school. We have never asked a single person for money. Every donation has been spontaneous.
And of course, Susan quickly took charge, and she is the heart and soul of our personal project. It seems I start things and she makes them happen. El Sueño Zapoteco began construction and paid for the school building. Our contributors paid for most of the furniture in the classrooms and the teachers' dormitory, bed linens, the bed, the first computer, a library, the installation of internet via an antenna in Pluma Hidalgo and another antenna at the school, 12 Amazon Fire tablets, a refrigerator, a large television for the classroom, iPads for the teachers, ceiling fans, and much more. And then for the construction of 2 additional classrooms.
The list goes on. It's even too much to remember. The spontaneous generosity of people who made this possible is absolutely amazing. Beginning in the 4th year, we added a secondary school, the equivalent of junior high school in the United States. 4 students graduated from secondary the next year, and 3 of them went on to high school.
What I personally see that makes the entire rural school project of El Sueño Zapoteco hold together and thrive is the commitment of Britt. She exemplifies dogged determination. Former United States President Harry Truman had a sign on his desk. It read, "The buck stops here." That certainly applies to Britt. No matter what anyone else does, with Britt in charge of a project, it's going to happen.
My name is Sean O'Callahan.
And I'm Janine Maheu. Sean and I are the proud adopters of Todos Santos School.
We would like to share with you the experience we had adopting a rural school through the Bacaanda Foundation.
It all started in 2017 when we visited the school of Todos Santos with Britt and Raimundo.
After seeing the condition of the school and the beautiful children, we decided to adopt Todos Santos.
For the next 4 years, we fundraised for our school, inviting co-workers, friends, family, and neighbors to contribute to our great cause:
the education of the children of Todos Santos.
Adopting the school has been an amazing experience in many ways.
Spending time with the children and teacher at the school,
getting to know the parents and the community,
and getting hugs and smiles every time you visit is priceless.
Working with Britt and the staff at the foundation and getting their support and encouragement is exactly what we needed to make this project a success.
Seeing the children's progress and greater self-confidence over the years is the reward you get from all your efforts.
The great thing about this project is that the donors get to see results.
Sometimes they even come to visit and they really love the experience.
Here are some of the improvements made at Todos Santos over the years.
The school and the teacher's room were renovated and a new kindergarten classroom was built.
A new shower and toilets were installed.
A cement pad was laid for playing soccer and basketball.
Teaching materials, books, shelving, printer, and fridge were purchased.
Because of erosion, a tire wall was built and vetiver plants will be planted.
A new cement driveway was installed in 2019, along with a stairway up the hill to the school.
To help the community go through this pandemic, we have been providing the families with monthly groceries and essentials.
This year, our goal is to install internet and a smart TV along with tablets for the children.
As you can see, this project is ongoing and it is our pleasure to provide whatever the children, the teachers, and the community need.
This project has fulfilled us and our donors in many different ways. We would like to thank Britt and all the staff at the foundation for giving us the opportunity to help the children of Huatulco.
Gracias.
La Jabalina, Santa Maria Huatulco, is located 20 minutes from Bahías de Huatulco, with a population of 110 people. The rural preschool and elementary school has the support of the Sueño Zapoteco Foundation, and it was adopted by Romana Kovacs for the remodeling of classrooms, construction of a room for the teacher, furnishing equipment, and continued support to improve the conditions of the school and its 28 students. The preschool and elementary school students have prepared a beautiful dance, Let our feet take the rhythm, dancing with Flor de Piña, allowing us to connect with the Mexican culture.
Hola, mi nombre es Rogelio Machuca, trabajo en CONAFE, trabajo con diferentes programas, primaria y secundaria. CONAFE se encarga de llevar la educación básica de preescolar, primaria y secundaria a las escuelas rurales. Nosotros solamente tenemos 2 meses para capacitarnos y nos vamos directamente a comunidad. El desapego es muy grande, uno debe de venir de su casa, de la comodidad del hogar, de la buena alimentación y el descanso reconfortable es muy diferente a lo que te enfrentas en comunidad. En mi experiencia me tocó ir a una comunidad muy lejana, caminaba 4 horas para llegar a la comunidad, el camino son veredas, es terracería, el clima es muy brusco, llegas y lo único que te pueden ofrecer es una taza de café o tortillas hechas a mano, no tienes un lugar como tal en donde dormir, muchas veces no tienes energía eléctrica en la comunidad. Llegas y ellos te brindan un pequeño espacio y lo más seguro es que uno pueda descansar en el piso. Y los padres cosechan sus propios alimentos en la comunidad y todo se torna muy difícil. Entonces nosotros vamos preparados a eso. Los padres de familia a veces con tal de que tú no te des de baja o te vayas de la comunidad, te vuelven parte de su familia, te vuelven parte de sus acciones, te vuelven parte de su día a día. Y tú te sientes en confianza para poder seguir adelante. Entonces me topo también con otra oportunidad que es la Fundación El Sueño Zapoteco, que nos apoya mucho en esta parte. Viendo la necesidad que hay en las escuelas rurales, llegan a mejorar la infraestructura del salón, a mejorar los cuartos, a tener aulas limpias, a adornarnos material didáctico, mobiliario nuevo. Nos apoyan también con la conectividad del internet, las iPads, el Smart TV. Yo les invito a ustedes para que se unan a esta gran labor y seguir mejorando la calidad educativa en las comunidades rurales.
Do not forget to enter the raffle. Send an email to us at bacaanda.raffle@gmail.com. Bacaanda, BACAANDA.raffle@gmail.com with YouTube raffle as the subject.
Hi, I'm back again to give you an overview of the Intelligent Rural Schools project. This is an incredibly exciting initiative underway to bridge the digital gap between the rural and urban schools. Most of the schools we work with are in communities that are very small and isolated. The only internet signal available is satellite, which is inefficient and way too expensive for the communities to afford. As a result, most of the kids in our communities have never used the internet and have fallen further and further behind in their education. 2 years ago, we decided to build a dedicated wireless signal transmission network based on point-to-point towers. Let me show you how it works. The signal originates from Telmex, an internet service provider in Huatulco, from where it travels to a network of 100-foot tall towers in high elevations. These towers are being built in remote locations with the support of local municipalities and with the help of dozens of volunteers, many of them parents of the kids who will benefit from the project. Our technical installation team leads the effort, and the equipment we use is state-of-the-art. The signal loses less than 5% of its strength, which is remarkable considering the long distances involved. From these towers, the signal arrives to the schools, either directly if there is line of sight, or indirectly through smaller repeating antennas. The reception antenna at each school feeds a modem that creates a Wi-Fi environment. Average speeds are currently 8 to 10 megabytes, which is sufficient for 6 to 10 iPads to stream simultaneously. We expect to offer higher speeds as fiber optic solutions become available. The Wi-Fi signal is broadcast through a smart TV controlled by the teacher and through iPads shared by students. In addition to having access to multiple online educational resources, the kids receive an internet-enabled enhanced curriculum designed by our foundation's pedagogy specialist. The enhanced curriculum currently focuses on Spanish and math, but will soon expand to other subjects. This project goes way beyond improving the kids' comfort with language and math. A whole new digital world is opening up for them. Their natural curiosity and instinctive comfort level with technology is the same as that of kids anywhere else in the world. In a matter of days, they go from not being sure how to hold an iPad to giving pointers to their teachers on how to use them. While we are still in the early stages of this project, we're already seeing amazing intangible benefits. The kids' sense of confidence, their interest in school, and their academic performance are all skyrocketing. The sharing of the iPads is fostering teamwork and collaboration within each classroom. Already we're seeing kids communicating over FaceTime with kids from other Bacaanda schools, generating a sense of community and common identity. Finally, while our primary focus will remain on our schools, we recognize that parents and other members of each community can clearly benefit greatly from this technology. We're starting to study ways in which this resource can be shared with the broader community outside of school hours. In short, the sky is the limit. The project will initially consist of 4 phases designed to benefit 700 students. We're just about to complete phase 1 in the San Miguel del Puerto area. The second phase of the project, in the Pluma Hidalgo area, is being entirely sponsored by the generosity of the Montecito Beach Village in Huatulco. We are now looking for sponsors for a permanent transmission tower and for the infrastructure needed for phases 3 and 4. We estimate the cost for the current 4 phases of the project to be around $300,000 over 3 years. Due to the incredible generosity of our donors and the help of our volunteers, we are closing in on the halfway mark. With your help, we can fully complete this project. We welcome all donations, big and small. For $400, you can sponsor a brand new iPad. For $800, a smart screen with Apple TV. For $3,500, you can equip an entire school with the equipment needed to receive and broadcast a signal. Every little bit helps, and your donations are fully deductible in the US, Canada, and Mexico. Thank you so much in advance. We look forward to keeping you updated on our progress.
Granadillo, San Miguel del Puerto, a community with 200 inhabitants and 40 homes, dedicated mainly to tourism and commerce, thanks to the beautiful landscapes and waterfalls in the area. Since 2016, this community has received the support of the Bacaanda Foundation, the Buena Ventura Bernard family, and the sister school, Navigate School, who built preschool, primary, and secondary schools, as well as being the first school to have the Smart Rural School project by being connected to the internet. Let's enjoy the sounds of the stage and a typical dance from the state of Guerrero, the woman who stomps at a very slow pace as the male crawls around the female, sticking his tongue out at her, wide-eyed, simulating the behavior of a male iguana.
Allá arriba brama un toro, allá arriba brama un toro, allá abajo, abajo lo están oyendo.
Si quieres comer iguana, yo te las voy a agarrar. Si quieres comer iguana, yo te las voy a agarrar. En el patio de Tijuana se salen a calentar. En el patio de Tijuana se salen a calentar. Uy, 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 qué iguana tan fea, miren cómo se menea. Uy, 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 qué iguana tan loca, miren cómo abre la boca. Uy, 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 que se sube al palo. Uy, 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 que ya se subió. Uy, 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 que busca su cueva. Uy, 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 que ya la encontró. Uy, 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 que se mete en ella. Uy, 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 que ya se metió. Ya con esta me despido, la iguanita se acabó. Ya con esta me despido, la iguanita se acabó. Que se acabe enhorabuena, como no me acabe yo. Que se acabe enhorabuena, como no me acabe yo. Uy, 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 que iguana tan fea, miren cómo se menea. Uy, 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 que iguana tan loca, miren cómo abre la boca. Uy, 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 que se sube al palo. Uy, 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 que ya se subió. Uy, 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 que busca su cueva. Uy, 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 que ya la encontró. Uy, 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 que se mete en ella. Uy, 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 que ya se metió.
Here in Huatulco, we also have an arts and crafts store that we're very proud of in the foundation. The idea came up by, it was really not meant to be, but there was a competition many years ago how to make a nativity scene on the plaza in Huatulco. And we decided to make it of natural materials that we have in this area. We have lots of them. We even won the first prize, and we realized that people were very interested in that kind of craft. And we thought that maybe the neighborhoods could also learn how to make arts and crafts. Many times they don't have any other possibility than to work with their hands, and they're very good at it. So we started to teach people how to use those materials. And I think you will agree with me that this is quite an original store where we have many things that you can't see any place in the world. And I would like to take you on a very short tour and show you a little bit of what we have there. Thank you.
The Sueño Zapoteco craft store manufactures handcrafts based on materials that nature discards, such as branches, trunks, seeds, and thorns. The vast majority of the pieces are made with beels or gourds commonly found in the Zapotec Mountains. In our store, you'll find unique pieces that you will not find anywhere else in the world. All of these made by artisans who were rural teachers or even young people from the communities where a school is adopted or sponsored. With this project, they have access to a job opportunity that allows them not only to earn money, but also to develop their creativity, learn how to make crafts, and materialize their ideas, always using natural resources of their community. Please visit our store and discover all the original crafts that we have created for you.
Playa Grande, San Pedro Huamelula, a community that has a beautiful and extensive beach where you can enjoy the tranquility and the murmur of the sea while enjoying a delicious coconut. Its rural population of 400 inhabitants has left young people without studying secondary level because they did not have a school. Today they have one and enjoy decent classrooms, teacher's room, and many other benefits thanks to the support of the foundation and the padrinos, Mike and Faye Doe. The high school students are appreciative and give thanks to the rhythm of one of the most liked sounds in the state of Veracruz, La Bamba, which represents a couple in love with a ribbon on the floor, make a bow with only one movement of their feet.
Se necesita una poca de gracia, una poca de gracia y otra cosita y arriba y arriba, ay arriba y arriba y arriba iré. Yo no soy marinero, por ti seré, por ti seré, por ti seré.
Cuando canto la bamba me siento ufano porque sé que es lindo. porque sé que es el himno veracruzano y arriba, y arriba. Allá arriba, y arriba, y arriba iré, yo no soy marinero. Yo no soy marinero, por ti seré, por ti seré, por ti seré.
Una vez que te dije que eras bonita, se te puso la cara coloradita. Y arriba, y arriba, allá arriba, y arriba, y arriba, ya yo no soy marinero. Yo no soy marinero, soy capitán, soy capitán, soy capitán.
Lirón pues una negrita que se parece al carbón. Yo no digo que es bonita, tiene gracia de a montón. Ay, lirón, 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 el sombrero me lo quito y me lo pongo. Ay, lirón, 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 el sombrero me lo quito y me lo pongo. Que se oiga el arpa, hermano.
Do not forget to enter the raffle. Send an email to us at bacaanda.raffle@gmail.com. Bacaanda, BACAANDA.raffle@gmail.com with YouTube raffle as the subject.
Lynn and Larry here again. We hope you enjoyed our virtual Festival del Sueño 2021. Thank you for watching.
Gracias. 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 Muchas gracias.
¡Gracias!